Diddy's former personal assistant, Jonathan Perez, testifies against Diddy. Jonathan Perez worked for Diddy from 2021 to 2024, and we heard Jane reference him a lot in her testimony. And she claimed that Jonathan was one of the assistants that would set up these freak-offs, and he was just granted immunity to testify against Diddy. And to Diddy's assistants in the 2021 to 2024 era, Diddy would reference these freak-offs as Wild King Nights. I've also heard this from the other assistant that was named Philip Pines, who was on the fall for Diddy. The government says, did you include honey in your setups for the Wild King Nights? Yes. Why? Honey, increases a man's libido. What lights would you bring? Red, but they would change color. We'd get them at Target, Walgreens, or Amazon. Would you make purchases at the adult stores? Yes. Would staff do cleanups after the Wild King Nights? Yes, I did it. It was in disarray. Sheets, towels, oils, we would go collect everything. What would they do after the Wild King Nights? They would eat a meal and they would get an IV drip. Is this your text message? Yes, it's me, Christina Korm, and Joey. Christina Korm asks, how is setup going? How much longer do y'all need? What did you write back? I wrote, I got fruits and shakes and will ask about Jane's outfits. Then Christina Korm asked, is the room done yet? How did you respond? I wrote, the room is done. Now going to the store. What store? The adult store. Afterwards, KK asks about a cleanup. Of what? The room. How did you become aware of this video? A videographer named Brandon showed it to me. Where did you go? I took the iPad and I went to the office. What was on the video? Jane having physical relations with a black man, and Mr. Combs was watching. Did you tell Mr. Combs? I did. I told him I found it on an iPad, and it probably shouldn't be there. He seemed surprised. What did KK say? That in the future, I should bring these things like that to her. I described it to her. Did you speak with her about it again? Christina said she had gotten a call from someone outside the company talking about the video in some capacity. Did you record that conversation? No. Were you aware it was recorded? No. Show the stipulation, a seizure of Christina Korm's cell phone. We offer audio and transcripts. They play the audio and then stop it. Whose voice did you hear, Mr. Perez? Christina Korm. They play the audio again, and Christina Korm says, both times the only person at the house we knew about was you. And you hear Perez in the audio. Rob talked about it, but he said he didn't want to see it. Why did you not want to delete it? It wasn't my role. And they play the audio again, and Perez says, there should be an investigation. Mr. Combs thought that he might be compromised in some way. His phone data. I told Rob I found something private on the iPad. He said he didn't want you to know. Then Christina Korm replies, was anyone else in the theater except you and Gio? No. The government asks, was Chef K in the theater? Yes. Why didn't you say that Chef K was there? I just wanted to minimize things. Did anyone ask you again? Yes, Fahim did. And Fahim is Diddy's security. He asked me what happened when I found the video of Jane. Are you aware how Fahim knew? No. Mr. Perez, you were subpoenaed. Do you have an immunity agreement? Yes. Let me show you this. What is it? Mr. Combs' Gucci pouch. What was in the Gucci pouch? Substances and money. Now some text between you and whom? Me and Rob. Rob says to you, will you locate his Gucci pouch in his bathroom? What did you say? I texted, there was no residue, and I didn't steal an Addy, LOL. And what did you mean? Adderall. As a part of your employment, did you have any role in obtaining substances? A handful of time. I purchased or grabbed them from someone outside. Who were you getting the substances for? Mr. Combs. Which substances? C, X, Molly. How did you pay for the substances? Cash. Where did you get the cash? Security or the Gucci pouch? Who in security? Fahim. What did your text say here? I texted Fahim, I need $700 for Guido for the substances. This text? I texted, I'm still waiting for funds from TriStar, Mr. Combs' business managers. If you know anything about TriStar when it comes to Britney Spears, ooh. Who did you interact with at TriStar? Robin Greenhill. Did you get a FaceTime from Mr. Combs from Jane's house? Yes. I dropped him off at Jane's house with his supplies, and then he called me a couple hours later. How did Mr. Combs appear in FaceTime? Angry and annoyed. Could you see Jane's face? No, she was turned away. What did Mr. Combs ask? For me to say if there had been another female on the trip we had been on. I said no. Had there been? No. How did you react during this FaceTime? Pretty normal, I thought. What did you do? I told Fahim and KK that Mr. Combs was arguing with his guests and that I was going to pick him up. What is this? A message between me, Fahim, and Mr. Combs, June 20th of 2024. I wrote, I need cash for his guests ASAP. Do you know what the money was for? No. Why did you leave working for Mr. Combs? To avoid a situation like this. How do you feel about Mr. Combs? Great, the same way as when I worked there. No further questions. And then it gets directed to Diddy's team for Cross. Mr. Combs is a motivator, yes? He is. Have you ever seen Mr. Combs cry? Let me show you something. Give me 1 second. Can't remember if he was crying, but this does remind me that he was upset. Look at it again. It does not refresh. Okay, but you said that there was a lot going on. Do you remember the March searches? Yes. You saw it on the news? Yes. Had you been in the bedroom at 2-Star Island? Yes. Did you ever see weapons in there? No. Did you ever see him with firearms? Never. I only saw security with him. Because he's a man of notoriety, right? Yes. He is a man respected in many fields. The government yells, objection. I'll ask this. Have you worked with any other celebrities? Yes. Many of them have security, right? They do. You mentioned Jane. She was nice to you? Yes. You called Wild King nights personal time, right? Yes. Mr. Combs worked long hours, right? Yes. Because you worked out of his home, sometimes business and personal got mixed, right? Correct. Setting up a King's night. Was that business or personal? Personal. And buying substances? I'm not saying that you did it often, but that was personal too, right? Right. And buying the outfits for Jane? Personal? Personal. Did Jane always appear to be a willing participant in the King nights? Yes, always. A small amount of substances for personal use, the government yells objection, and the judge sustained. Can you estimate percentages of your work, business and personal? I'd say personal was 1%. Mr. Combs needed help to connect Bluetooth? Yes. He was not very high tech? He was not. Mr. Combs was working on an album very hard, right? Yes. You said KK and Mr. Combs are close, right? Yes. But you're not saying that it was physical? I'm not. And I ain't gonna lie, I am very curious why they said this part. The argument you saw on FaceTime, it was a verbal argument, not a physical one as you saw it, right? Right. You learned that it was about jealousy? Yes. Jane was very jealous. The government yells objection and the judge sustained. You're about the same age as Jane? Yes. Jane was a strong, independent woman? Yes. You made purchases in adult stores with the company credit card? I did. But you didn't know if Mr. Combs paid? I don't. The hotel was put in your name and you had to set up the room, right? Yes. And if the room was under Sean Combs, there might be cameras outside, right? Right. Mr. Perez, these are between you and Jane. What did you say to her? I was setting up a King's night. She was telling me what to get. So she is cooperating and setting it up. Chef says he's making her avocado toast. She asked for hot tea and honey to go with the heart emoji. And you replied, I loved it. You wrote, I wrote, have a good flight and dinner. I want photos of you and the gang. She wrote to you, he's coming to look for smoke. And you wrote, coming? Yes. Your Honor, I have no further questions. And then it gets redirected back to the government. Was getting those things for Jane a part of your job? Yes. Did you ever set up King nights on vacation? No. And she shows an exhibit. This item, a new hookah, is that personal? Not necessarily. And the baby oil? Personal. A part of your job? Yes. It was TriStar which designated the payments, not you, right? Right. Nothing further. And this is the end of Diddy's former personal assistant, Jonathan Perez, full testimony. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.